Hi, friend. Thank you for sticking around.
Sure. I had nowhere else to be. I have no life.
Oh, stop it, you. Excellent. Excellent. You're never leaving. No, so I know you just watched Miro and Bounce Back. What did you think of those two?
Definitely intrigued. Interesting. As you know, I've never listened to K-pop before. I've heard of a couple of them of bands in the I don't want to say genre, but I'll say it anyway. But both sounded good to me. Sounded like there was something behind it, some actual quality to it that I liked. Good beats, decent music. The second one especially had more my style of music itself. But good. I guess I have to say I'm impressed.
It's different. So I'm not playing the big leading track hits with you, the known introductions, which is I'm taking a risk because usually with people who've never seen or heard, you should play some of the bigger stuff that, made them get on the map. But with you, I feel like because you're far more open-minded, well, I'm forcing you to be open-minded, that I think I'm going to try two other tracks I personally have never heard. Again, you're like making me feel like when I first started this channel, like never hearing Stray Kids before. So we're going to do Silent Cry, and it's off the Noeasy or Noeasy album. And the thing about this particular album, it is how many years ago? Someone tell me Noeasy. 2021 it came out. So 6 years ago, 5 years ago. I can't math.
Your math.
5 years ago. So the challenge that Stray Kids has always had is that they were called noisy music or mala taste music. In fact, Sriracha created the term mala taste as far as describing their style of music because they don't write pop, bubblegum pop music in the K-pop industry. And they called them noisy. As you heard Miro and you heard Bounce Back, there's a lot of like wall of sound. And that's kind of what they're known for. So
but I think that's what makes it a little more like my grunge and kind of that there's, noise generators on the guitar, as opposed to all this clean, as you mentioned, bubblegum pop. I wouldn't probably like as much anyway. So maybe that's part of why I'm surprised, pleasantly surprised.
So I'm a big fan of grunge as well, as you know, and I like that wall of sound. I'm punk at root. Like I like that distortion's later in time, but I even like the raw garage band notes off. Like I like a little bit of that tension. I'm not saying they do that, but I am saying it's really neat to see how they pick up some of these music influences and they make it their own. Again, these are Gen Z kids. Okay. So 5 years ago, the youngest is 20, the oldest is 23 at this stage. So we're going to do Silent Cry. This is the, what they call the, like a lyric video, but it actually shows you who's singing each line. So it's color coded, which is cool. So just to clarify, as I told you about the Sriracha, so it's oldest to youngest. So position number 1 is Bangchan. 3 and 5, so Changbin and Han, they make up Sriracha. They're the producers of the band.
Gotcha.
So, okay. And then, as I mentioned before in Miro, the other video that we were together with, Seungmin, number 7, he's my personal favorite because he sings so well. I love his voice, just the way he sings. They are all singers, by the way. They all can rap and they all can dance. It's pretty darn amazing. So anyway, are you ready for Silent Cry?
I am ready.
Let's do this.
그저 그렇게 아무렇지 않게 웃고 있는데 들리는 네 말에 You always say I'm okay 하지만 다 보여 너의 마음속 외로이 흐느끼는
Oh, the typos.
조용한 밤 불을 끄고 나면 환하게 웃고 있던 넌 정없이 들어가 아무도 없는 빈 공간 가끔 긴 한숨만 들리는 밤 너의 마음속 외로이 흐느끼는 너 현실의 메마른 눈 내 마음속에 오아시스 따윈 보이지 않아 여전히 헤매는 you
You're so lost, I'll take a second.
가까이 다가가 말없이 외치는 너의 목소리 내가 들어줄게 마음속 한켠에서 길을 잃어도는 지치지 않게 남겨둔 silent cry 조용히 감췄던 너의 눈물을 이젠 보여도 돼 내게 익숙해진 혼잣말 이제는 내게
Oh, talking to yourself that you become used to.
내게 졸린 silent cry
I'm gonna stop it right here. This sounds like an anime song to me, doesn't it? Are you familiar?
Well, I don't listen to anime music either, but I think I know what you're getting at. Yeah, it's interesting. Again, I don't listen to a lot of groups. I listen to bands and musicians where you don't have the singer changing like this, which is it's just dawned on me. That's one of the big differences I think with this type of music is it's about them all singing and sharing the lyrics and having their own. It's interesting to have the different voice qualities. They all have different voices, and you can hear the differences. And once you get to know them, I'm sure you know you don't need this color coding to tell you who's singing. But it's interesting because you can bring in those different vocal styles and different qualities to their voices when it's appropriate. I'm used to pretty much one singer singing the entire song, maybe a couple of other voices in there here and there. But in a Western band, that's the more common. So this is really interesting for me to pay attention to this way where I never have. I've heard some of it in the past, but never really analyzed it like this and saw it.
It's interesting. I'm so glad you pulled that out of it because now, I mean, I launched this channel in November, right? So now this is 4 months later, and I'm still very new. And you're right. That is a signature of K-pop, especially the other thing too is the switches in tempo between like the chorus, bridge, verses, because they're highlighting the strengths of each singer.
Right.
I guess it is a K-pop thing that they will change beats and change, rhythm. It's almost abrupt. There's a song that I when I first heard, I was like, whoa, what happened here? Did they screw up? Nope, that's part of the style.
Well, it's almost like a performance thing when you look at, say, musicals, where there's different, or even movies made like Star Wars. There's different theme music for different characters, and even the songs that they have in musicals, they're using some of the same musical melodies that you associate with that character and that mood and that scene. So it kind of helps convey a lot just in the music itself, and I guess that's what's happening here too. Their voices and their styles and their personas. It kind of switches up during the song, which is, again, it's a different dimension that I'm starting to realize and appreciate. It's cool.
So one other component of this song, and I don't have the full facts on it, so everyone in the comments just tell me, obviously, I know you guys are going to correct me. Thank you for it, by the way. Silent Cry was written by Han, as I'd mentioned before. So there was a time period, Han, and I think it's right about this time period. So right before this song was written, he had massive anxiety. Like he was getting panic attacks and bad. Like, and I really, this is one thing I hate. This is like back in the time of like 2019, right before the pandemic, maybe. So these guys are like fresh out of high school, still high school-ish, some of them. And Han had a panic attack, and he grabbed Seungmin, the young man that you see lit
highlighted
right there.
Now, yeah.
And he grabbed him and basically told him I'm having a panic attack. And it happened to be a K-pop group track meet, and they were racing each other and whatnot. And so, oh man, it sucks because I understand it because I got to see it. It sucks they videoed it. So they literally have a moment where they zoom in on this poor young man having a panic attack. And then, so Seungmin leads him away into the, underneath the bleachers, because they were in a stadium, right? And the camera freaking followed them. And I guess Seungmin thought they were out of camera view, and Han just broke down. And there's footage, and I think they put it on the big screen. It was some jacked up. I mean, look, K-pop ain't perfect. And especially during that time period, of sensationalism of things, we were still very much in that reality TV show mentality. It's messed up. But anyway.
Well, I'd say something like that is either messed up because the camera should identify, okay, they need a moment away, give them their privacy, back off, or it's staged. And either one is bad. Because there have been, and I'm not saying I know nothing about this case, but I know there have been similar type incidents that are supposed to be, that's so bad and evil that they did that, but it turns out it was actually planned and agreed on. just for the hype.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not saying that happened in what you described, but I've become so cynical that it's either that or it was so horrible, leave them alone.
So, okay. In this context I just showed you, it was real because he does suffer from anxiety. Like he had to like step away. So if you read the lyrics to this particular song, you're seeing it's almost like the band is singing to him and he's writing it to them of like, don't be alone. Don't go through your pain alone. Don't cry silently by yourself. So that's why I wanted to kind of like mention it to you so you understood this is because he actually ran away from the band during this time period, like a year before, I think it was. And they couldn't find him.
I appreciate the context because it does help explain, and the lyrics are starting to make more sense. And now I'm going to pay attention to it with him kind of being the center of it and how they're all kind of talking to or singing to him or about him, which is interesting.
Isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So it almost reminds me of, okay, I remember dating ourselves, Fleetwood Mac. You remember, Break the Chains or Chains, like the song Chains? Like that's their breakup song. Like that, they're singing to each other of like, I'm divorcing you, cheater, blah, blah. I mean, it's crazy. So I think obviously not that negative mentality, but is this more of a supportive, like, yeah, we're singing to help you. And apparently a lot of stays, it's because the words resonate with them. Like if you're down and you're alone, there's people for you. That's the other thing to note about, I think, K-pop in general, but for Stray Kids that I've noticed, all of their language, other than the one that you saw where Bounce Back was like, it's always positivity or it's always perseverance. It's always powering through. Even Bounce Back was, even though it's edgier, you could see you're going to get put down. You go past it. Does that make sense? So you always have an uplifting message.
Yeah. Uplifting was what I was going to say. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, let's finish off this song. You ready? As I'm on the wrong browser. Okay. See, I'll cry with you. Stop holding back.
Now all the lyrics make sense.
Okay, now I'm like gonna cry.
It's wild. The song means so much less without knowing that context.
Right? Oh, okay. Now I'm getting emotional reading the lyrics. Like, that is.
Yeah. Oh, it's maybe over. I don't know.
No. That's the, because
outro,
like fair use and all that stuff.
Yep.
They added to it,
Gotcha.
but
yeah,
okay.
I've got more respect for it than I expected I would. I guess I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I mean it in a positive way. That's there's some depth to and soul to the music, I guess.
That's not my. I don't want to say I don't like the song. It's not my style of music. I don't think I would play that. I don't think I would put this on my playlist, but I can hear it. I would appreciate it in a movie somewhere.
Yes. Yeah. In a soundtrack, it would have its purpose when there's that mood or that a similar sentiment or something that somebody's friends are trying to help pick them up.
It's rather boppy for a serious song.
Well, but that's the thing. It's like the song you want to bop to it a little bit, but the message is kind of sad, and to your point, a little bit emotional for the music. So it's what's the right setting where you listen to it?
It's got good tension. But maybe when you are sad, you need to hear something boppy, right? Versus me, I'm like, give me Depeche Mode and like give me the Smiths. Like I want to cry, and The Cure, I want to cry by myself. You know what I mean?
But it's so contradictory because it's the beat's trying to lift you up, but then if you're paying attention to the lyrics, it brings you right back down. It's like putting a humidifier and dehumidifier in the same room.
Yeah.
Sorry, bad
true.
analog example, but it's somewhat contradictory in that sense. But again, for those of us who don't know the lyrics or understand the language, maybe we don't care. You just, tap along to it and think, oh, what a cool song. Not realizing that this was a traumatic point in somebody's life.
You know what it reminds me of is the Pumped Up Kicks song from that band. Is it? Oh, but anyway, it was that one was talking about a shooting. Oh gosh. Anyway,
isn't Kids in the name of that band too?
But I don't know.
It's
probably
something Kids, I want to say.
Is it really? Okay, now it's gonna make me. Now you're making me
I gotta look it up.
Pumped Up Kicks. Foster the People.
Foster. That's what it is. Okay, I knew it was something people like. Yeah.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Kids, people. That's similar. Okay, well, we ran long on this one, and I'm okay with that. And I appreciate you like always, my friend. So, okay, you've seen Miro, you've seen Bounce Back, and now you've seen Silent Cry. What is your of the three? Do you have a favorite?
Oh, Bounce Back, without a doubt.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Yeah, just the music itself, the instruments, but the range is interesting to me too. I'm glad you played for me three very different sounding songs, very different meaning songs. And it gave me an appreciation for them for sure. But Bounce Back is definitely more in line with what I'd listen to.
Awesome. Okay, so you're ready for more?
Sure.
Awesome.